nice. Check 1.
My mic sounds nice. Check 2.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
You just
Testing,
messed up the
testing
whole
1, 2.
groove.
Huh?
My mic sounds nice.
I don't know the
Check
rest,
3.
man.
Are you ready? Yeah, that's all I remember.
I can't move too much because I'm gonna hit something.
Yeah, please don't hurt nothing, dog. Chill. Tell you what, I did lose a lot of weight, huh?
Yeah, you did, bro.
God damn.
You did lose some weight.
Yeah, I did, man. I used to be thick. I feel a little suspect. Little, what's that?
I feel like you be pushed around now.
Yeah.
Move, fool.
Yeah, that's why I carry this. I'm be ready.
Move.
Give him that Holy Ghost even more now.
Little tiny nigga. Move.
Now I'm about to go eat. Tiny in my hands. Dang.
Move, little Nick.
Damn, dog. New Orleans came out. Oh, I didn't know you had it in you.
Yeah. That's what they say. That's what the chicks say. That's what the girls say. Are you completely in?
Yeah, man.
Okay. What are we doing today? What do you think about the girl that went over to meet this dude in another country? I forget what country. Singapore. Mm-hmm. And got stuck over there because she got caught on the phone trying to talk to us.
Yeah, I saw that. Yo, you should have been talking. You knew who you was going with, and you played yourself. Damn, no, that's rough though. That's
this
rough.
Chick, she
that's
got up out of bed with the dude. According to her, they had a wonderful 2 days.
And then calling some
she
other
could
cat.
not contain herself. She got up out of bed to use the phone to call her mama.
And left the room. And he like, yo, we always talk in front of each other. And you left. And he said, nope. And then she said, but the whole thing is so she said, and then I got this other guy, the friend, to buy my ticket back home. And then I got my friend to do like to buy me a new hotel room. So you had 2 other guys.
Thank you.
That cat did right.
He knew what.
He figured he probably knew ahead of time, but as long as you act right, it wasn't gonna be no problem.
Yeah.
You didn't act right.
You
gotta act right.
You can't think a chick that you deal with from another country that you don't see, and then y'all hook up once or twice a year. I'm just putting it out there. You can't think that he don't have
thinking
another.
That you need to take. We're here for 5 days. You should have told them, cats, yo, I'm going out of town for 5 days. I'll get you back when I get home.
Well, she ain't gonna tell her real nigga that.
She should have said that. I'm going out with the girls for 5 days. Da 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 da.
Her real nigga wouldn't been like, you crazy.
Oh, then she fine.
No, I'm just saying. Like, can your girl tell you if she don't roll? Can your girl just disappear for 5 days?
If she say,
no, I'm not saying
me and the girls is going.
I'm not saying you may not.
And then you do that guy that's like, all right, baby, I trust you. And then she dip, and you like, hey, dog. Shorty done left for 5 days.
See, that's the other.
Because clearly you know what she doing anyway.
That's my point. I'm saying that if you're rolling with somebody, this is your girl. I'm not talking about somebody you just deal with. This is your girl.
Yeah.
She come up to you and she just from nowhere talking about I'll be gone for 5 days. You gotta be stupid not to sit there and be like, what? I mean, you can't make her. You can't tell her not to go.
She probably said 2 weeks ahead, like, yo, I'm gonna be gone. Me and the girls got a last minute trip. They invited me. They paying for this. Da 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 da. We gonna roll out. All right, baby, where you headed? Oh, we going here for 5 days. They cool, man. It's so great. I love my girls. And Latasha comes and say, yeah, we can't wait to go. Da 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 da.
Damn, you got the whole girls involved.
And then because you got to. And then all of a sudden,
you know how to cheat.
You hear that? Back in the day. Back in the day.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, so they going to do all that, boom, boom, boom. And then so, you sitting at the house, like, you chilling. Like, okay. The problem comes with, you didn't call me when you landed. You didn't call me the first night, the second night. I ain't called you, didn't answer. Now I got a problem. And it's somewhere out there, if you that player Mac, you're going to be like, you know what? Yeah, I ain't playing with this chick. I know she playing. And then you're going to start some stuff. And then when she come back, you're going to go off on her. But at least you got something set up. And then it's good. Peace out.
Yeah.
Because that's probably your crib you was paying for, so it ain't no thing. You can leave.
Well, so apparently she's the kind of person that she lives off the excesses of other people.
I guess you can't live off me no more. Yeah. It was fun. I enjoyed it. You could have had it made, girl.
I can't say for sure in the history of my serious relationships. I don't really care about non-serious relationships. I can't say that has never happened to me in some form, I have never experienced that somebody that I'm dealing with, just, oh, baby, I'm going to be gone for 2 days. And look, and if I'm talking about like if you're gone to be with another man, because if you're with another man, you can't move. You're with that man, so he's looking at you like you ain't gonna be able to just pop on the phone and say, "Oh, babe, I just wanted to let you know I love you. We're having a good time." You gotta go somewhere and be isolated to do that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't unless you're with some grimy dude that is your old man's friend, best friend.
Yeah,
and y'all laying in bed together. You're like, yeah, honey, you
go to the bathroom. That's
honey,
all.
I'm just picking my toes.
You go to the bathroom. We out of the restaurant. I gotta go to the bathroom, baby. And you get on that phone. Act like you're taking a dump. Act like you're taking a dump.
So why you always calling me in the bathroom somewhere? No, it's just too easy. Come on now.
Come on, man.
If you're dealing with a chick, we're saying two totally different things.
I know that, man. I'm just throwing my little bullshit in.
I know, but you're a cheater, so.
I'm not a cheater. I'm very honest. That was when I was young, before I could be honest and be confident in myself. No, when I grew up a little bit to 30, 32, then I was like, I ain't got time to cheat. 32, then I stopped cheating. I'm like, yo, this is what I'm doing. So, it's like, and then I was more confident.
Well, that's why people cheat. That's why people cheat, because they don't. Yeah. They want access to the person and they know that's not going to rock with whatever it is.
So you got to say what it is beforehand, before you even know. And sometimes you'd be surprised how many rock with it, because it's like, oh, okay.
I hear men say that all the time. I have never had a girlfriend that I could go to and say, I don't know what that look like. I don't even know what that feels like.
Number one, she ain't your girlfriend when you say that. That's
Really?
number one. You got to say that from the beginning. Like, this is not I got a girl. Oh, I think I want this. This is, yo, girl, look. This is what's going on. This is where I'm at. Are you cool with that? Can we date? Can we talk? And that's what it is. Like, I'm not going to go into this thing trying to lie. Like, I'm not married, because, but
okay, but
so
like
if you dating somebody, then that's you didn't talk about it, so now you cheating. But if you go,
no, I'm saying if I went to her and I'm like, hey, babe, let's sit down and have a talk.
Yeah, that's
break
nonsense.
Some things down to you.
That's nonsense. You should have said she gonna be. First thing is, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning?
This is what I'm on right now.
Why didn't you tell me that in the beginning? So now you already messed up.
Things have evolved.
Oh, all right, word. Don't go to sleep tonight. I'm scared. I'm always scared that shit gonna get me while I'm asleep. Let me just go ahead and let it be known. Or if I'm digging you, then it's digging. But
okay, so you got the other chick that you're dealing with or whatever. She's like, I found out that you didn't tell me that you had a girl. You didn't tell me I had a bitch call me today.
Number one, I don't know why she called you, but number two, you knew what was up. Like I told you, I wasn't monogamous, but I'm gonna take care of that.
Well,
I'm gonna take care of that.
Well,
I'm gonna take care of that, baby. My apology. I was sloppy. I'm gonna take care of that.
I didn't tell them anything.
Oh, well, then there you go again, dog. And there you go again.
I don't know.
Communication is key.
As a younger person.
Just so y'all know, young guys.
I don't know how that works. I just never rock like that.
Young guys, just so you know, communication is key. If you know that you ain't gonna be straight with this woman and all that, communicate it. Trust me, a lot of times, I'm going to say 7.5 times out of 10, it's going to work out in your favor.
How you come up to 7.5 times?
Because it's like this, it's an odd number. It's like, I can't say it's 8 times out of 10, but I know it's a little bit more than 7. And it's going to be like, And what's surprising is sometimes they'll be like, no. And then all of a sudden they kind of think about it. You ain't changed your moves. You weren't stressing it. Next thing you know, they back. And they're like, okay, I can work with this.
How come we're not encouraging healthy
That is healthy. That is healthy. Honesty is health.
Yeah, I just want to let you know. I'm telling you up front.
I'm letting you up front.
Before we even get something popping, I want you to know right now, I got 4 other bitches. You good with that? Okay, we can get down.
You ain't got to say all that. You can tell it. Look,
like it's the same thing.
I'm not monogamous.
It's the exact same thing.
It's one is how you put it, because you put it like that. She's like, oh, but I don't need to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just need you to know what's up. And now we know how to proceed. You now know, this dude need to wear a condom all the time. You need, you know what I'm saying?
She be wearing a condom anyway.
I mean, cats be wrong. So.
Hell yeah! Look at all these babies running around here.
But it lets people know things. And then when you say that, you also understand you've opened the door, so you got to move a different way because this shit going. Oh, this is what we're doing. All right. So she doing something too. So y'all have to have a different understanding. But honesty makes it better.
Damn, Rashawn, you the man.
No, I just learned over the years.
Nah.
It's better to be honest with it. And I'll tell you, I've had some of the longest and best relationships because I was honest and they agreed and we was there.
So you gave your advice to the people out there. Let me give my advice to you guys out there.
Yeah.
Only certain men can do that. This mother, yeah, he can do that. Look at him.
No, I was a nerd. Dog.
He's got the guns for the guns and the whole thing going on.
Get some guns. If that's what you think it is, get some guns.
Not every guy could lay it out like that and go have the same positive return.
Bro.
You gotta cheat. No,
if you're honest. That's messed up, dog.
Yeah, joking.
Damn. So you just proved the point. If you can cheat, that means you can lay it out.
No,
if you can cheat, because that means the person you cheat with probably know you got somebody. Because this
is the thing.
Because you at least tell them that I got a girl, you can't be calling my house. So you can lay it out.
No, come on.
Are you just doing that sneaky cheat?
You're
doing that new sneaky cheat. No, I done did that shit too, though. That's
you got the burner phone, you got the second phone number, you got the whole text. What they got the text app that goes to another thing.
2 girls rolled up on me. I was with one, the other one rolled up on me.
You ain't good at it.
It was terrible. That was like in college. That's when I was like, ooh, my boys was like, damn. It was
Some
crazy.
people don't even care.
It was crazy. I care, but I was like, damn.
Did you keep them?
Actually, they both stuck around.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, oh, shit. But I was nervous after that. But yeah, they both kind of.
You were not nervous. You didn't stop your bullshit.
It was kind of, but I mean, might as well get a few more. I was 21, right?
The thing about cheating, though, is
I don't like cheating,
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to virtue signal about cheating. I think we all have cheated
and
on some degree at some point of our lives. Maybe on the front end of our lives, to middle age or older, or throughout your life. You got that guy, Yeah,
cheating is
But I think that, it's too much work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
and
work.
It's a lot of fallout. Because you always go, it's a lot of fallout.
And see, that's what I was going to say earlier about cheating. When you're talking about getting caught. Getting caught is part of the game in cheating. That's just par for the course.
Yeah.
At some point, the other shoe is going to drop. At some point, the shit is going to get exposed.
Or when you cheating and then you find out they cheating on you.
When you're cheating,
you be like, what?
Yeah.
So I don't care if I was. That's still messed up. Oh, that's a terrible one.
I found out one time that a lady was seeing another man while I was talking to her. I think I said earlier I was something else, but I just remembered something. We were having an argument, and of course, typical chick. She had a problem with something how I was moving or something, and it slipped in her talking to me. I don't know if it slipped or not. I don't know.
She told you on
but
purpose.
She said
she told you she was mad.
She was like, "This dude want to do all this, and here I am." With you kind of shit like that, I'm like,
oh yeah, she told you. She told you.
Damn, all right.
She told you for real. That wasn't no slip.
But the thing about like young people when we cheat, and I'm saying like when I was younger, especially dudes, your head is so far up your own behind with what you're doing that you don't realize the person that you're doing stuff on is making moves too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just totally oblivious to it because you're doing your shit.
Yeah, you working hard, man. You out. You out here.
You thinking you the man. Shit, look, I got all these. No.
Yeah.
When you're not, those days that you can't be over there, you think it's on lock, on park, until you get back.
Yeah.
Nah,
dog. You got to keep putting in the work. That's where it gets difficult. You got to.
I'll be back in 3 days, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Girls are grimy now, though. They're grimy.
They've been grimy, man.
That's true. True that. But with social media now, you actually get them to hear them tell their stories about how they
kind of like me telling my stories.
Running through. Yeah, you love telling your stories.
No, I don't.
I'm glad.
It's just funny.
No, yes, you do.
It's just funny because it's
you
like two
old glory.
Yeah, it's like 2 and 3 lifetimes ago, man. Like it's some of the stories are like 2 lifetimes ago. Some of the stories 3 lifetimes. Some of them last lifetime. Like
you're smart.
present moment. I'm a caregiver and I read the Bible and I take care of old people. Ain't shit going on.
Wow.
You know. But
so
last lifetime, two lifetimes ago, yo boy.
So to hear you say it, you had nothing going on in your life prior to that?
Nothing going on.
Okay then. So
no, I said that
you being a caregiver today has nothing to do
it totally
with your
does.
prowess.
My whole schedule done changed between owning a business and caregiving. I can get some when I want some when I need some, but it ain't the same. Like I used to get it all the time, boy.
It ain't the same to her.
I used to get it all the time.
She's like, where you going?
I used to get all the time, boy. I used to be, come on, man.
I mean, you talking like somebody ain't never had no ass before. I mean, no peace leaf.
Damn, dog.
I'm gonna cut that part out. I'm just talking shit.
Rude, man.
I'm just talking shit. Yeah, when I was out there, boy, no, these was a part to see when I walked out there, baby. Pause.
Boy.
I ain't never been no player.
It was good times.
I ain't never been a player.
I wasn't a player either.
I struggle. Yeah. I struggle dating.
I laugh about it, but I sometimes look back. I'm like,
I always got caught.
What was you doing?
I always got caught.
You did? Because you was trying to cheat.
Yeah, but
you didn't
that's
walk in
not
your
point.
You didn't walk in your manliness and say, "Yo,
oh, now see,
this is what we doing."
Don't act like let's get serious for a minute because you keep saying that. These people who sit up there and say, "Yeah, we all know what's going on," they have all kinds of conflict. People end up dead in those situations all the time.
Yeah, because too much.
Because even though you tell a woman or a couple of women, hey, this is how it is, this is what I'm doing, somebody always catch feelings, regardless. And you can have a woman say, you know what, I'm down with what you're down with. Oh, yeah, you got
gonna catch feelings. That's facts.
You got a couple of girls, I got a couple of dudes.
That ain't what gets you killed. What gets you killed is saying, I'm going to be this person, and then you cheating, or you trying to do this thing, and you cheat
how can
with
you cheat in an open relationship?
No, I said what gets you killed is if you in a relationship and you cheat, or you trying to run your game and you got somebody else's girl. That's what gets you killed.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
When you honest and you tell them what it is, they might get mad, but it ends real easy. Because it was there.
What's that got to do with somebody
it don't get you killed. They catch feelings,
you.
but it's a whole different game. Because
so you mean to tell me that you're talking to a woman, you see another woman over there, and you say, "Hey, look, I talked to Betty. Me and Betty, we're tight. You know, that's my girl.
Why are you giving names?
I want to be with you."
Why are you talking? And why you talking about it?
Let me set it up,
right
man.
there, you cheating, dog.
Let me set it up.
That's your problem right there. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Step one.
So how do you get?
You don't name.
Okay, then. So how do you get a third chick? How do you get a third chick in your mix? Then you got to tell her something. If you're saying to her, "I'm not going to be exclusive with you because I get around," and then she says, "Oh, cool, I get around too, but we can still meet when we meet and do what we do."
Okay.
But when you get together and meet and do what you do, every time you do that,
somebody
each time
somebody's
feeling, may feel, usually women, because, not to be sexist, but women catch feelings. Men catch feelings too, but with most men, now I say most men is more of a possessive thing. Like, I don't want to be exclusive with you, but I don't want you fucking nobody else. I just want you totally accessible.
I guess you ain't. I mean, you gotta leave that. You gotta leave that up to her. You gotta leave that up to her.
Well, ultimately, it is up to her.
You better figure out how to make that happen because you can't. I mean, it's what it do.
Tell that to all the hundreds of dudes that done. I get what you're saying.
It's what it do.
Everybody ain't as cool as you, man.
No, it ain't
like
about being cool, but you gotta understand. Like, if you gonna step in the game, then you gotta play the game. You can't get on that field and say I'm gonna catch this ball and expect that every time you catch it, you ain't gonna get popped. Mm-hmm. You gonna get hit. You a running back, son. Guess what? Every play you about to get pow. Oh,
well, just like there are possessive men, there are controlling men. I hate that word because it's overused. There are men who are very possessive.
Yeah.
Right? Jealous, very jealous. Yeah. You know, even though they're out doing their thing, they better not ever catch their girl.
Because you keep saying the key word, their girl.
Well, because in their mind, they still think that
No, they done said, that's my girl. They done fucked it up and said, that's my girl. They didn't win it as my girl. She the girl. That's why she mad.
Maybe.
She mad because that's my girl.
I got you.
You know, but if you straight up honest and you're like, hey, you know, and you don't make it weird and you just cool. And
what do you mean don't make it weird?
Don't make it weird?
It's already weird.
It ain't weird.
If you're sitting there trying to have multiple people having multiple relationships and multiple people dealing with multiple people, that is still weird. It's weird. What we do, but it's still weird.
It's only weird if you don't talk about it, if you don't know what's going on.
It doesn't matter if you talk about it or not. It's still, the human element is still involved in it. That's what I'm saying.
It ain't weird.
It ain't just about talking about it. How I feel today, what I communicate with you today and articulate with you today, don't mean that after I deal with you for 2-3 days or 5 months, I'm not going to have a different outlook on it.
Then you got to communicate.
So how, okay, tell you what.
So at sometimes somebody comes and says, you know, I'm getting these feelings for you, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, I really care. I like you. I can't return it at that level.
That don't mean that don't stop them for how they're feeling about you.
If we need to stay and we can keep moving, that's cool. If we have to stop, I get it. I don't want to hurt you, but I cannot truthfully give that back to you. That's why I told you that in the beginning. I understand. I know. Okay. And usually it just settles back out and you're good.
That don't stop their feelings.
Okay, I can't stop their feelings. But as long as you communicate,
that don't mean they ain't gonna show up at your house.
They ain't gonna show up. They ain't not gonna show up at your house like that. See,
you just never had that experience. But
because I've been honest.
There are legions of men out there that's been honest with women who caught feelings with them. How you know?
Ask them. They're going to be like, yeah, I was, and then keep talking. They're going to be like, yeah, but then I told her this, and then I did that, and then, oh, yeah, I was fucking with a friend, and then, you crossed some lines here. You keep that shit cool. No friends. Stay away from that circle. You got to put rules in your shit.
So you're saying that when you have because I've never had that kind of dynamic. I never had that kind of dynamic where got multiple people on some kind of page and we all have these understandings and we all got wrote contracts about what can happen, what can't happen, and who can talk to who and can't talk. I never had that before, so I don't know how that whole thing worked. You remember last year, year before last, I got into this big old thing with this poly chick because she thought I violated her on the podcast and shit.
Yeah.
I don't because some stuff, and I'm a practical person. I listen to, and I'm jumping on another subject now, but I listen to a person in that situation as this particular person, and the more they talk and the more you deal with them, you see the bullshit in the lifestyle that they're trying to say, because all these things that happen in regular relationships manifest themselves in that too. And I get what you're saying. Well, that only happens once the contract is breached. Whatever the agreement is breached. Or somebody goes out of the line of whatever. That's when these things happen. I get what you're saying about that, but I don't believe that that's true in and of itself. Of course, that is true, but I don't think that that's the only thing that makes shit go awry in those dynamics. There's people that talk about being honest all the time. Why they still fall out?
When things happen and you have to communicate, and I'm not saying it don't end. I'm not saying it don't, things end, it's over. Yeah. You know, however it feels. And we might have feelings like, I can't be with you because I got these feelings and I don't want to be hurt no more. Boom, I get it. I'm sorry, it's good, and this has to be what it is. I'm not saying things don't happen like that, but when you talk about a lot of these crazy outcomes, it's because you didn't communicate, you weren't honest, or if you was honest, at some point you did some shady shit, which, as you say, breached the contract. Over years, you learn what not to do if you don't want a chick to do you dirty. You know what to do. Oh man, messing with her girlfriend, that ain't gonna be good. Playing this ain't gonna be good. Oh, doing this in the middle of the public and everybody know that's my girl, but I'm doing this here, that ain't good. Like, you learn what not to do, and then you learn how to talk, and you's like, yo, I feel this way. I'm going to be honest because I don't want no more fucking problems. And I know I ain't going to do X, Y, and Z. I might try it. I'm really digging you, but I know what it is, and I'm not even going to play myself or play you. Here's where we are. I'm not going to treat you like a girl from the streets. I really like you. We can have some good times. We can go out. We can chill. But just understand that at some point, I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm not a monogamous man. Ask me no questions. I'm
gonna try that shit this weekend.
Yeah, you should.
If
he comes up to it. Like before I have sex, I have talks. Like people who try to get with, I'm like, we got to talk first, huh? We got to talk before we do this. And until they sit down and talk, I'm not going to give them none.
I'm going to just let you know, baby. You know, my name is, by the way, my name is Shaka. Nice to meet you. I ain't in exclusivity. I just want to beat it up.
She might like that.
Yeah.
You just throwing it out there. You might like that. You know?
I ain't going to never be faithful.
Oh, well, there you go.
You know.
It's best for you to say that up front then.
So you can get in the car now, or you can miss your opportunity.
Yeah. That might work. Try it. Try it with 10 people and see how many you get.
Oh, that's too much work, man.
Boy, that's the easiest game ever. You talking about, let me take you out here and let me sit and let me get it. You just cut the whole process. This is where I'm at.
Hold on. I feel like you're talking about me.
This is what I'm at. This is what I'm doing. Boom. No. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm boom. No. This is where I'm at. Yes. Oh shit. This is where I'm at. This is what. Yes. This is what I'm no. No. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Like you're gonna be surprised because you get more comfortable with it, and you deliver it differently, and you save yourself time. Like, what's up?
Damn.
What's up? Especially if you're young, you at the clubs. What's up?
I'm gonna do that this weekend.
Do it, dog. That used to be my joint. Like, shoot.
You're just a fucking.
I was to be terrible. I ain't got time for that, man. It's a million y'all in here. I think you cute. I'm out here drunk. Hey, I'm trying to go home with you tonight. Huh? And I just walk off. I go hit the dance floor. I'm going to freak it out. I'm going to come back at the end. Hey, what you getting into later? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, the moves is to be hot. The moves is going to get you. Hey, oh, shit. He got moves. And then you chit chat. It might be like, no, but you'd be surprised. I'm going to be like, yeah, well we can go to Waffle. Oh, yeah, let's go get some Waffle. And you go. Like, you never treat them like and the key is respect. Even if it's a kind of a off situation, you ain't got to disrespect people. So if you come in honestly and you say this, you're not necessarily disrespectful. And if you're trying to follow up and you want to do something, you got to be respectful. The reason I think in the past that it worked for me was I was always respectful. I had some friends that said they never felt like we were just. It was still some type of energy there. It was some type of agreement, and the transition was good. Because we actually had feelings and we cared and we didn't breach these things. So you got to be honest and you got to be real. Like you just don't do that.
Me, baby.
So
I respect you.
No, so when if you rolling up on a girl like that, you ain't got disrespect, but she knows that we trying to do tonight. If you meet somebody and y'all chit chat a little bit and you getting to know them, you're like, oh, like this girl is pretty good. When you get more mature, you're like this girl, and then it gets down to that point, and then you can say like, hey, I'm really digging this. However, I'm not a monogamous man. Da 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 da. You have to figure out when to say that, but you need to have that conversation before you put it in. Because once you put it in, you can't say it now because you done left this all open. You got to be straight up and be like, boom, before it goes in. I don't care if it's 5 minutes before. Oh shit, we're right here at the tip. Hey baby, before I do this, just to let you know, like it's got to be before because after you pass that, now you muddle it up. You got to keep it unmuddled. Like you can't make it muddy. And that's what people do. They make it muddy.
Why do you care if it's just a one night stand?
If it's a one night stand, then you just tell them that and go. But if they already know it's that. But if you saying, hey, I want an ongoing thing, then that means you got to know the person. That means the energies match. That means it's something about them you actually like. It's something about you that they like. And you saying all these things are good. However, I know me and I may already have somebody that I like over here, or I just know me that in 6 months I might step out somewhere. So instead of me saying all this and playing this hype, I'm still going to honor what we have and the feelings we have. However, on the sexual tip, since we ain't married and we ain't say we want to date like that, I need you to understand this. I'm just saying, young men, be honest. And if you're honest and upfront, your life is much easier. You can enjoy life better. You don't have to look over your back so much. You don't have to cover your shit up. You don't have to do it. Like, it just makes it better. And if the person is not down with that, then okay.
I contend that people are down. So there are people that
there was a lot of people
that are down with it for a period of time. Or
some
whatever,
people are only down for 2 months. Some people are down for 2 years. Some people are down for 18, 20. Like, it just depends on who that person
18,
is.
20 what?
Years. Some people just down. Like, it
That's
works.
Just straight up side chick type.
Then, okay, isn't that the same? Side chick is. It's not a monogamous relationship. It's just that on a side chick, you cheating.
How do you as a man want to be with a woman that's going home to another man for a year in and year out?
Well,
how does that even work?
If you probably got something on the other side, so it ain't that serious.
No, I get that.
But you like this. But that's where people get all it. Now that's where people do. You with a woman that she cheating with, that's where you reach the line.
But
you
that's her. But that's a question for her. My question to a man is, why do you want to be with a woman that's going home to another man as a husband or a life partner? I'll just say, for lack of a better word, a life partner, somebody that they cohabitate with, that they live in their life. We may have children, whatever.
So is the woman honest? Did she say that she's poly, or did she just kind of just stepping out cheating?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm asking
because it can't be cheating if you know when you leave her and you get out of bed with her, when you finish laying with her, she's going home to her husband.
Did she straight up with her husband saying, "Hey," or are you the side dude that she cheating with? That's the question.
No, I'm saying you as a man.
No. Answer what I'm gonna give that answer. This girl that you laying with, did she tell her husband that, hey, I got some other things? Was she open in this thing?
Okay, so
or is she cheating with you?
I'll make it easy for you.
Which one?
Either one.
No, because it's two different answers.
How is she still going home?
It's two different answers. It's two different answers.
Okay, well, give me your two answers. But
So if you cheating, if you the side cat and she cheating with you, that's some shady shit, and you gonna get caught up in something. That's how you lose your life. That's how shit go down and go wrong. And usually in that case right there, you lose your shit because you starting to chase something that you can't get all the time because you don't have the access because it's going home. Now the other way, if it's open and she's honest in this thing here, then it's just easy. You realize that she's going home and she realized that you probably going home. It is what it is. You met. You don't talk about it. You there, and everybody's okay with it. And when it's not okay, it ends up real amicable.
Okay, but
it ends. But that's honesty. That's communication.
I get the honesty part.
On both ends.
First part of your first part of your answer, that is a consequence. I'm not talking about the consequence. We know what the consequences are of somebody not being honest or whatever. Or you got surprised. Somebody got surprised. I'm not talking about that. I just simply ask whether you have an arrangement, whether everybody is on chord. I'm not asking about. I just
said the difference.
But I'm not asking about what the difference is. I'm saying,
how do you do it?
Asking
that's the
to
difference.
The man.
That's it. Because every man know that woman always, unless it's your wife or your girl and you really have faith in her, you know that there's somebody else.
But that still doesn't answer the question.
How do you be with a woman if you know she's going home to another man?
That you know is going home to another man.
Again.
I mean, I understand. I understand the cheating part and the dynamic about, I know we have.
If you know and it's not open and you that side cat, that's a whole different energy. That's a whole different energy that when you give it, you fall into a hole. You for the first bit, you like, but you're going to be the one to catch feelings. And you're going to be the one ass out because this chick has a man and you're going to be trying to get this chick because every married chick or that person that always have somebody else always seems like the bee's knees, always seems like what you want. If I had this girl, this would be perfect. This is the perfect woman for me. That's the wrong one. The one that's open and honest, you're like, you see the flaws. It don't present itself as perfect all the time because you ain't have to be perfect. That chick that go home to her husband and that don't know and you cheating with, she always coming to you perfect. She always coming to you because she trying to leave that thing. She coming and do you whatever you need. It's going to catch you up. It ain't good to do that. It ain't good to do. And I'm telling you from life experience, it ain't good to do that.
Don't let her give you no good pussy.
It ain't good because she gonna give you the best. She getting away. She choosing you, but when you choose her, she got to go back home, and she never gonna change to you unless she's already ready to go. It ain't happening. You just out there as out. So you don't do that. And again, it comes to communication and respect. You disrespect an old dude, especially if she done told you, like, you might hit it once or twice, you need to bounce. You don't carry that shit on. That's disrespect. However, if she's had this conversation, like, hey, baby, you know, it's what we do, and they do that shit, and you there, and you know, maybe you knew him before she got me, like, whatever the case is, if it's honesty and communication, it's going to work a little differently, and you're going to see the real person, so your feelings, your feelings are not of a lust infatuation.
How do you know what's honest and what's not until after the bullshit drops?
Well, you have to take time and talk. You have to have communications.
Yeah, but everything that come out of their mouth could be.
That means if you're trying to do that, you got to give it time.
You can't.
For instance, when those things were going, when I really started making connections, like I wanted long term, I was not bringing nobody in this thing until I talked to them at least 6 months to a year. That means we can chit chat. I'm not gonna give you none. I'm not going to do it because I got to make sure that I got this agreement with them. It needs to be respectful. I need to keep them safe. I need to know who you are to bring this energy into my group. And I need to know who you are so I can kind of figure out what your sexuality and your histories and how much you doing before I bring it. Because I got other people I'm supposed to keep safe. So if I got these things, I cannot run. It has to be a slow burn. I'm not stressing it because I got some. I'm getting ass, so it ain't like I gotta, I need to get this. No, I need to know where your spirit is. Does it match my girls here? Not really. I can't fool with you because you're going to mess up my good thing. So it's a whole different communication and it's a whole different timeline. If you just hit shit,
not everybody lives that kind of lifestyle.
I'm just saying, no, everybody doesn't. But if you're trying to do that, or you want, and you know that you're gonna be cheating, it's better to be honest than to sit there and try to have a relationship and cheat. If you got a girl and you love your girl, then fucking don't try to cheat. Leave that shit be, dog. Figure it out and leave that shit be. If you out there and you single and you like, well, I want a girl, but I still not gonna be, oh man, I know I want other girl, then you need to go into this thing honest and save that. Save you, save them, keep everything good.
And you ain't gonna get no pussy.
You probably get more. Guarantee you get more. I put money on you get more.
I doubt it. I don't know.
I know my friends and I know me at that time. I'm telling you, I got more, and I had less headache. I understand that, because
I don't think that I will stand on this. I do believe. I know several people throughout my life that is not a problem for them. They have certain gifts that make that kind of thing very easy. That doesn't work for all men. That's my whole point to the thing.
Okay,
it don't work for all men.
No, it don't.
So while you're saying,
but all men don't even want it to work.
That's true too. So but we're not talking about them.
If you want it to work, it'll work.
But I'm saying,
if you want it to work, it'll work. You have to figure out your flavor to make it work.
You're saying that from standing and sitting in your shoes as a person who has the makeup and the aesthetic for that.
So you judging me now? Wait, Shaka, you judging me now? When that was going, listen. Back then, listen.
I'm not talking about how you look.
Listen, the aesthetics and the whole personality back then was totally different than now. My aesthetics and personality then was totally different. Shit, I graduated high school at $1.35. It wasn't about nobody.
Graduated at 35.
High school at $1.35. Oh. So when I'm talking about these numbers here, I was $1.55, $1.60. Like, it wasn't no aesthetics to that shit. I found my lane. I found that chicks dig a guy that can dance. I was a fucking nerd. But I also found out that, hey, if I dance and then I could talk about some nerdy shit and they would actually kind of like, oh shit, this dude got some brains. You got to find your lane with that thing. You got to find out what you got. Everybody got something. You just got to figure it out. I was behind the ball at all until I figured it out, and then it turned nice.
I keep messing with this.
I know, man. You're fine.
It keeps slipping away from us.
Why you keep? Why you touching me?
Because you know I'm fidgety, man.
But no. So it ain't about. I'm saying, oh yeah, you can. Everybody. Oh, you can. No, I'm saying you figured it out. That was important to me back then. If it's not important to you, but back then it was very important that I got girls, and I figured it out, and that because it was very important. That was something that was important to me. If it's not that important to you, then don't play these games. It's like, no, find a girl and be with you. You got to be yourself. All I'm saying is honesty is how you got to roll. You got to be a man about it. You got to be upfront, and you got to be honest with yourself. Am I going to be this guy? Am I going to be this guy? Am I going to be this guy? And when you decide that really who you're going to be, and it can change throughout life, but when you decide who you're going to be, you got to move in that step. If you want to be a married man, you got to move into that thing like, hey, I'm a married man. If you want to be a hoe, you got to move into that thing like a hoe. It ain't no middle grounds. You decide what it is, but at all times, you try to maintain the utmost of honesty. And that goes into also the person you're messing with, what's going on with them. If they kind of shady, you can do it, but it always is a headache. I can't tell you how many times I was trying to look out for somebody's husband. Oh shit, this dude, or I'm trying to cheat and this. Like, it gets old. Why am I going to do this? Why am I doing this? I don't have to. And when you realize that, you move into a different realm, or you figure out that, you know what, this is the person for me. I'm going to try to make this thing work. I'm not saying everybody got to do this thing. I'm just saying my point is you got to be honest. You got to have some conversation. You got to have communication. People don't do it. For all what America does with sexual representation and all this stuff, we're very prude. You can't have a conversation. If you talk to somebody about X, Y, and Z, oh my, they jump back like, but yeah, you wearing a shirt that's here and you're at the club doing it. You can't talk about it. You grown. Why can't we talk about it? Oh, because you never had anybody talk about it. I'm that guy that's going to talk about it because I want to know where your brain is at. I want to know, are we going to enjoy this? I want to know, this is how I feel. Does it work with your lifestyle? Yes, no, maybe so. And you make a decision. Everybody's up on page. And if it changes, then you got to be honest again and say, hey, I know we got this thing going on, but I needed to change. Are you down with this, or I got to let this go? It's hard, but hard things give you the best life. You don't want no stress, be honest.
You ain't gonna get no pussy.
Or you get all the pussy. You don't know, but be honest. Either way, you have a happy life. You ain't got to stress that mess.
Who's happy that wants some sex and can't get it?
You gonna get it. You gonna get it because you honest. You ain't got to be rude. You ain't got to talk about, hey, you ain't got to go and talk about, well, you know, I don't like it if you vote this way. I don't like it if you, no, you go in and honestly, you be like, this is what I want on this level. If this is a level, if we talk about a sexual level, it don't matter about all this other stuff. Right now, we're trying to figure out our sexual level. As time goes, you can add that other stuff in, but you're trying to figure out your sexual level. Why are we talking about your education level? That ain't got shit to do with nothing. Are we going to feel this or not? People be trying to bring in too much stuff. Like, we just met, or we've been talking, or, you know, you talk about this, and you see this, and you hear this, and you decide over time, like, I don't know about this. We'll just be cool. That's a friend. Like, we got to be real cool. They didn't stick around, so clearly that wasn't the person. You know what? This might match up pretty good. Let me go see this person. Let me invite them over. Let's go out for dinner. Like, you take your time, and you got to learn. People don't communicate. People rush too much. People half talk. People spit game instead of just sitting back and talk. And just talk. Hey, how was your day? There was this person. You know, when I was in high school, oh, what you doing when you was there? Oh, man.
So you think people are just fucking and never speak talking?
Most people don't communicate and really, like, just lay it down and just communicate and ask and talk about the hard things.
Yeah, but some people don't want to do all that.
If you fucking, you fucking. When I was just fucking, I had a 3-time rule. 3 times. Because people catch feelings. I might catch them, you might catch. First time, it was like, hey, we hooked up. If you have a second time, that means you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Let's do it again. Third time, because I was different people at different times.
You keep throwing all these things in there that is exclusive to how you.
I'm just telling you what
your successes are, and I'm simply saying the part that you're not getting from me is that a lot of men don't have the whatever it is to be able to just be that guy.
They don't
have success. But you see, you keep saying
because I wanted it that bad.
Obviously,
I
you
wanted
did
it that bad, and I figured it out. I just threw shit out there until something stuck. And then when it stuck, I repeated it, and I got better at it. When I was hoeing around, there was no questions about trying to make a connection. Dog, I'm trying to get this tonight. I ain't got time for tomorrow. I don't need your phone number. Why? Because I already got a rotation. I'm popping through. When I was doing 3-time rule, that means I kept them coming through. Because this 3 times, you got to go. I need somebody else. As I got older, those things changed, and I found out a different man. And I'm like, I tried to do the relationship thing, and I kind of, and I was like, this sucks. So finally, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna say this, and I said it, and it didn't work. But I said it again, and it was like, okay. And then I was like, well, okay. And then I said, so it wasn't like it was like, oh, bing, bing, bing.
So you've never wanted a meaningful one-on-one nurturing relationship with one other.
I've had that, being. And I've had somebody play me. I've had somebody.
Word?
I've had, like shit happens. Yeah. And then as you develop, you kind of figure out, okay, man, I don't know about this. And then as I got older, I wanted to be able to provide a little bit more, usually financially, so now I'm not going to get involved in this because why am I going to get this headache when I'm not ready here financially? And then when I got there financially, it was hard to find the women that I trusted to do this thing. And I'm like, well, let me just go ahead and roll this way. But then I didn't want to be a hoe because I'm older now and I need something a little bit more substantial. So then I'm like, let me make a connection. Oh, wow, this is much more fulfilling. Then it changes and maybe I do want to. So it varies through life.
Well, I get that.
But the key is, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying you do like Todd. No, I'm not that cat. You gotta what I say. You gotta figure out what's going on with you,
Andrew Todd.
You gotta figure out what's going on with you, if that's what you want to do. And what it is everybody talk about that. I'm not saying it's the best lifestyle. I'm saying if you want whatever you want, you gotta go for that. But you gotta be honest with it. You gotta speak truth into what you're doing. Speak truth into you, and speak truth to that person. And when you do those things, the truth gonna prevail. Either they gonna be down with it or they're not. You're gonna be down with them or not. It is what it is then. And you can always walk through it, and you be surprised how much it works. You ain't gotta have no extra game. You gotta learn your song. If you a cat that likes anime, why are you trying to hang in a hip hop club? That ain't your crew. That guaranteed, unless you got flows, you DJ, you can move something like. But if not, then you need to roll where people gonna kind of get down with what you get down. And once you figure where you get down at, it works. You might not get the dime piece, but you always got a piece. What you looking for? I want to have sex. All right, there you go. You ain't got to take 1s and 2s, but you might not get that 9 and 10. Figure out your place. And if you say I want more or better, then my thing was, I said, shit, I figured out that working out works. Oh, shit, I was a nerd. I picked up some muscles. Chicks, they started digging me. And then they found out I was a nerd, but it was too late. Gotcha. Whoops. You didn't know I like to talk about blah, blah, blah.
I don't think because you like certain things make you a nerd.
No, I'm saying I was bona fide.
Okay, but
straight up, I'm not saying it in a bad way.
You can have multiple interests at one time. You could like anime and still be, I don't know.
Yeah, you can. I'm not saying
whatever else.
But whatever is again, it still falls down to falling into where you.
Those are usually the best people when it comes to interpersonal relationships, and I don't mean just like in a romantic relationship, but like a person that's well-rounded.
Yeah,
is
but
it does better.
Yeah. But how do
socially.
You get to that? How do you get to that? That's the deal about. And when you talk about sex and relationship, is you're the great person, but how do you get somebody to see that? Your first thing is not showing how great you are. Your first thing is getting their attention. What are you doing to get their attention? What do you say? How you look? Those are the things and that open up the door. Like I said, the muscles fool people, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh. And I met a lot of wonderful ladies, and I kept them around because, wow, he actually has some sense. He can talk about this subject too. Wow, that was interesting. I learned something from this guy. But if I hadn't done the body, they would have been like, okay. I had to have some type of little bit of lingo to catch their game. And
there's a lot of meathead muscles out there with muscles that's getting all kinds of
They are, but they don't a lot of times keep it because they ain't once they get in there, it's like, oh, they just keep it. If it stays around, it's because digging the sex, and if that's what you want, that's what it do.
Like, muscles don't equate to good sex, though.
No, but they might stick. They might stick for that. A lot of times they ain't got no brain. No chicks don't stick around too long.
Your brain, man.
I'm telling you,
and I'm picking your brain.
I know, and I'm being straight, and it's
truthful.
It's truth. Like I don't want young guys to be like, oh, I got to do these. You watching these videos of what you got to do, and then no, you got to figure out who you are, and once you figure out who you are, you got to love who you are. You got to love yourself. You got to like yourself. You got to love yourself. Speaking truth, communicate, make sure that you like yourself, because whatever you say, you can take it to the bank. You ain't got to worry about that. Your name is good in the streets. You like yourself. And when you like yourself, you do things that make you love yourself. And that's what it do. And you got to roll with that for the rest of your life. And if you change, then you still got to speak that truth so that you like yourself. You can't love yourself if you don't like yourself. How many people out here that don't like themselves? Like I'm in the industry where I know I meet people that don't like themselves for whatever reason. Sometimes it's weight, sometimes it's past life, sometimes it's current situation. They don't like themselves. So I know they don't love themselves. And part of my job and part of my thing to get this part is to make sure that they realize the good things about them so they can start liking themselves. Because when they like themselves, they do this, and then they love themselves and they do it more, and it becomes a compass of their life and they move forward. So no, that's my advice to young kids and young boys. Number one, you got to like yourself. The things that you enjoy them. If you like whatever you like, enjoy it, and double down on it. You like it, so that means you're going to be happy. Once you find that, you double down on it, and you can figure out the other things. If you're saying, well, I need to catch this, you figure out what you're going to do there. But the first thing, you got to like yourself. And when you meeting people and you got to speak that truth. Don't be no shady cat talking about this you ain't got. Don't be talking about this. Don't be trying to spit it. You got to talk about what you get. You can say some shit that you'll do that'll catch their attention, but don't be lying. Don't be lying. And when you get them, don't lie. Just tell the truth. If they don't like it, then you get. But that's also a maturity thing. You learn to move by yourself, or learn to move with I ain't get it, or they left me, huh? I go on. That's all I'm saying. It ain't. I laugh on here and everybody like, oh, this guy here. No, it ain't about I was doing this and this. It's funny now, but it's really to say I figured out who I was, and I figured out what I wanted. And I set my life up at those moments to work for what I wanted. And I just want young men to figure out who they are, love themselves, like themselves, and make their life work for what they want. If you want money, make it work for the money. If you want girls, make it work for the girls. If you want career peace, make it work for your career and peace. If you want to care for this and make it work. You have the power to determine where you're going to go, but whatever is important, that's what you face it. And it can always change. And it can always change. It can always grow. And that's all it is, man. So, no, truth. I'll never change that. Truth. Communication and truth. They either like it or they leave it alone. That makes your life real easy. And at that note, peace.